Got my eye on you. We've got our eyes on you. We can see you.
We
Hello.
certainly can.
Anybody
Hello.
there? Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
It's live.
Hello. Oh, okay, head's been now.
Did we scare everybody?
I hope so. I hope so. Right, I'm going to put my phone on silent because otherwise it's going to beep all the way through. See, there it goes. Oh, I went cross-eyed. I shouldn't have gone cross-eyed.
Oh.
Hello. Is it going to share now? Is it going to let me share? Why has it gone black? Okay, no, that's not working. I'm going to stop screen. Go back. I'll try sharing that again.
What's she trying to share, lady?
You'll say, you'll say, you'll say, you'll say.
She's keeping secrets. Hi, Rose. Rose W. I need to specify which Rose I'm talking about.
Okay, so this is no thanks. Oh, why did it do that? Oh, that's why it stopped sharing, because it did something weird. Okay, let's try this again. There she is.
She's... Oh, isn't she beautiful?
Yes. Hello. How is
awesome,
everybody?
Rose. I'm so glad that Australia Post finally moved their butt.
Oh, have they? I checked the package tracking they've met. I know, I just checked it. I was like, yes, that's Water Lily. We'll tell the story of Water Lily once we get a few more people on.
Yes, Chris knows who she is. Ah.
There's a little story that started the Flower Girls, and this is the piece that started it all. So we'll tell you the story when a few more people. We'll give them a little bit longer to come on. But this is the first one that was ever done.
Yes, that was before. That was after she was complete, but
she is very pretty. That's mine and Chris's one. We're going to do that one. We have to do it side by side on our birthdays, Chris. Hey, now there's an idea. Side by side lives for the month. I know, she is stunning. Chris, that's what we should do for our birthday. On the day of our birthday, because Chris, okay, so for those that don't know, Chris's birthday is on the 2nd and mine is on the 3rd, but because of the time zone, we actually celebrate the same day. So we should, on our day of our birthday, we will do side by sides. What do you reckon, Jenny?
I reckon that's a fantastic idea.
And if you can have your birth month, and you can do your birth month. You can do Miss Rose.
Yes.
On Miss Rose's birthday. All right. Give people a little bit longer. Had my dinner. I'm good.
I've been shopping. I'm good.
Can't believe it's 6 days. I get to see my big brother. And then, 3 weeks I get to see you.
Just over 3 weeks.
Over 3 weeks.
Well, it's getting close. What are we in Wednesday today? So it's 3 weeks and 3 days, and I'll be there.
Yeah. I'll get to hug you in person.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, at least I'll have a trial run to get to the airport because I have to pick up Matt.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay,
so I'll tell you guys the story. So the thing with me, when I play, my imagination gets a little bit let out a lot more than what it normally does. And because when I'm creating certain pieces, I'm focused on that piece. So it's all about that piece. But when I get to play, I get to go, right, today I'm going to do this. And I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'm working on at the moment. You can't see much, but you'll get a sneaky peek of bits of it. And so I found these meshes and I was like, oh, they're just beautiful. I want to have a play. So I started playing, and I think you were on video call with me when I started playing, weren't you? So
Yep.
Jenny actually, I think it was the first time you'd
Hey,
actually
Carly.
seen me. Hey, Carly. So the first time Jenny actually got to see me work was when I was designing this piece, and so she watched it grow, and she as it goes. And then I think I'd done the background, but I hadn't put flowers in it. And Jen came up with the idea of, she's July, Carly. That's my month. Mine and Chris's. We came up with the plan to. She came up with the flowers of the month, and so we decided that we would do that behind all the girls, and hence the flower girls were born. So she is July. Isn't she beautiful?
And what gets me about this picture, yes, the flowers and the blues and the red hair is absolutely gorgeous, but it's those eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes get me every time.
So she's stunning. Now, do you guys want a sneak peek of what I'm working on at the moment? Because I'm in play mode now. So I've done all the work I have to do for the launch in January. That's all done. And so now it's my playtime. This is my break time, because for me it's fun.
A little hint, I think I've unleashed the monster.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to give you guys a little sneak. I've got something in cooking at the moment. It's on pause, but you'll be able to. I'll give you guys a little bit of a thing. Yeah, I'm big. She needs ABs. I agree. She does. Definitely needs ABs.
ABs or crystals?
Yeah. So I'll just remove her off there. And then we'll share my work. Yeah. Stop sharing that one. And we're going to share.
She does, Chris, and that's with all the flower girls. They've got that real look of innocence about them, and they're absolutely gorgeous.
So you can't tell much from this, but she's actually on pause, so you can't actually see. But let me just go this way. There we go. Just bring her this way so I can actually see chat. This one doesn't look so innocent, Chris, to be honest. So what you're looking at is a memorial piece that I am doing for Anne Rice and Chris Achilles. And if we go this way, go up, see this tail, where's this tail going to lead us? I'm going to go up, follow the tail. Let's follow the tail. Oh, we've got a foot. Oh.
You're a tease.
I know. Oh, there's another little foot. Oh. It's got claws. This is it. This is the cooking stage, guys. So this is before I do all the custom painting on it and stuff. So you're just going to see a little bit. It's a dragon, yeah.
Jamie got it in one.
Look at that face. Gorgeous. It's a gold crystal dragon. So this is going, yeah. So it's a vampire with a dragon around the thing. So this is a fantasy piece. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. This is a very, very close-up view of it.
And this is to basically celebrate the lives of two important people in the world of art.
Yeah. So this is like, yeah, like super, this is blown up so big it's not funny.
And as soon as this is finished, it will be released.
So I don't know if you guys have seen The Prince of Darkness. I can show you him. Just put her back down again. And we'll stop screen. So I'll bring up. So she is. So I'll get my words out in a minute. Where is he? He's down the bottom here somewhere. Where is he? I know he's in there somewhere. Yeah, there he is. He is down there somewhere. So I don't know if you guys have seen The Prince of Darkness. It has been a lot of, it's been most of today's work just to get to this point. So let me share The Prince of Darkness, which is the partner to this one. And I always said I was going to do another one. So this is The Prince of Darkness. And she will be the Princess of Darkness. So they're both vampires. You just can't see his teeth, but you can see he's got claws and stuff. Yeah. So that's, you kind of go, just going to kind of go with him. But I wanted it to be a piece that represented the stories of the legends of vampires. Is it Legends of a Vampire? Interview with a Vampire.
No, Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire. So I've actually read all her books and from a teenager. So, and Chris Achilles is such an amazing. Let me show you.
At least you didn't do a Tom Cruise lookalike.
Oh, if anything, I would have done a Brad. I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise. No offense, Tom. You just don't float my boat.
So you don't want to have a roast dinner with Tom?
No, can't say that I do. So Chris Achilles was really, really known for his art. And if I can get one to blow up big enough, I will show you guys some of his work. Just wants to go. Oh, is that going to give me a big one?
Gammy, there'll be new stuff hopefully added by Friday.
Just trying to find a big picture. Where is it? I should just go to his page. It would have been a lot easier. So I've been following this guy for most of my life, to be honest. He has done Doctor Who. He has, okay, so I'm just going to share this because you guys will, this is one of my favorites. I'll just share the thing. So we'll just give him we'll give a little memorial because we can. It's my page. Oh, it's our page. We can do what we like.
Exactly.
So, yes, more. Sorry, I've got a hair up my nose. Wasn't picking it. Just looked like it. We want Chrome 10. This is what we want.
Morning, Tink.
Good morning. So this is Chris Achilles. He was one of the And you see there's lots of dragons in his fantasy art. And I have followed him for years and years. And I really just wanted to honor him with a piece with a dragon in it. Because, well, I can. So this is just some of his work. I'm looking for one specific one that I can blow up. It's just an amazing, he was such a talented man. This is all stuff that inspired me as a teenager. Probably the reason why it was a goth for so long. But he also did Doctor Who covers for books, which is kind of cool. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry, I've already passed it. What? No, I must have passed it. Oh, I did. So this one, the Sentinel, is one of my favorite pieces. And I don't know, like I read, I'm actually currently, one of the things I do like to do for the relax is actually read books. And ironically, this is the book I am currently reading in digital format because I don't have my books here. But so yeah, there you go. So there's a bit of personal. I know, absolutely amazing, talented artist. He would have been one that I would have quite easily have said, let's bring on board if we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, the world lost a good artist.
I think if we wait 6 months and then approach them, then we might be allowed in.
Yeah.
From one artist to another. All right. We are moving right to the end. I really don't like doing the end bit. Just set up the light. Nice. Camera action. Wiggles. Unless you're down under, you probably really don't know that. My brother-in-law looked like Greg from the Wiggles. So every time Kenzie is missing her. Okay, guys, I've just got to take a phone call, so I'm just going to mute myself.
Hey, Sarah.
Okay, I'm back. I told him he was live on YouTube. Yeah, I think so, eh?
I think that's what she's saying, Chris, is you need to buy July's Flower Girl.
Yeah. And we'll do it side by side on our birthdays.
Okay, hang on. I'm just trying to get this in position.
Oh, I think it's a bloody good idea, personally.
So do I, actually.
I am seriously, literally out of room. Yeah. Like right on the edge. Oh, at least I'm not
Why
starting
is
with baby
this?
poo.
Sorry, guys. My phone doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Now, go over, scooch over.
Hello, beautiful Tinker Tink. How you feeling, my sweets?
Okay, fine. We'll do this bit.
Cool. We might have a mum for the interview. Cool. Oh, right, tonight we are starting this ball rolling. We're on the last section of this row, and then tomorrow morning we're going to start at the other end again. 3776. I've probably tipped out way more of that than I need.
Well, what? There's nothing better to do than to spend time with us when you can't sleep. I've just got to learn to talk. Those words don't want to come out.
Miss Cole is up, snuggled up with Dad tonight.
Okay, that's unusual. She's not office manager tonight.
No. She wanted to drive the car this morning.
Did you tell her that she couldn't?
I told her she didn't have a license. She didn't believe me.
Oh, that's terrible, Chris. Have you tried milk?
Yeah, milk's not good. I've got a bit of indigestion there, but that was because I gulped my dinner down.
Tink sent you a picture.
He sent me a picture. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a beautiful morning. That's a stunning image. If the boss was doing something that he shouldn't have been doing, I have no qualms in doing that. At all. If it's something that's detrimental to the business or your workplace environment, or even especially you personally, yep, not a problem.
Me either. Some bosses really need to be put in their place.
I could tell you some horror stories, but no, my luck, they would actually watch the live and then I'd be in the poop. Talking about poop, I have baby poo.
Oh, nothing like a bit of baby poo to add to your picture.
Yeah, right, here we are. Is it focusing? It's not focusing. Come on, focus. Ah, there we go. It's all right, I don't have much baby poo to do this end. So don't forget, Christmas Eve next week, we'll be having a Christmas Eve party, 10 o'clock Melbourne time. And that will be our last live for a little while.
Yes,
but we will be back.
We need a break.
Gonna be exciting. Don't forget Monday, we've got the lovely Sarah Jorge coming in. She's one of the testers for our Endangered Animals series. And she will be showcasing the Lion's Pride, which was named by her. That TV is not too loud for you guys in the background.
No. Cool. All our testers get to name the canvases.
We don't do a lot of testing, but this series, because it's limited edition, we wanted to make sure that they were going to look right. I might actually do one of the other ones that need doing. Might just pop one of those and have a play, put some emotion into it.
When's that?
Oh, sometime in the next week or two. And I think the next one's a big pussycat, so
I can't remember what next was.
yeah, and I might have a play with some animal ones for the other thing that may be happening. If not, it doesn't happen, then it doesn't matter, because I think it will happen though.
Now you got them confused?
I have. Oh, well, that's just a bit sucky, Chris. It's all right. You'll get here when you get here. It is what it is. Life goes on. It doesn't revolve around social media, even though we like to think it does. Why is my foot itchy?
Because it is.
Yeah, I know, but I panic when I itch. I get itches.
I've got an itchy spot in my neck. It's driving me
No,
nuts.
my tight's rubbing on the end. I actually got to wear something other than pajamas today.
Awesome.
Remind me after the live, Jen. I've got washing to hang out.
Okay. If you remind me to remind you.
Okay. Consider yourself reminded.
Okay. So is everyone prepared for Christmas?
No. I haven't bought a darn thing. Got to fix that.
I didn't like that that news alert I just got. That better
Like
stay away. I just got a news alert that there's a rise in, or they're expecting a rise in that new variant in Victoria.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to be able to avoid it, but I don't think it's going to be. It's getting less, because like what they probably didn't tell you guys was the one that we've got now was less dangerous than the one we had, the first one we had. So this, and each variant that we actually get is less and less and less. So it's actually starting to weaken out, which is what we want it to do.
Yes. Yeah, Tink, we don't really celebrate Christmas. It's just another day, and a day that my partner actually is able to get off work.
I might pull out the Christmas tree that over the weekend, and Kenzie can help decorate it. See how she goes. We've got a gingerbread house to make now.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one step closer. I'm going to need a few of those out.
Awesome, Gammy. You passed your itchy nose onto me. My nose is extremely itchy.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
I'll remember that.
Oh, that's the other thing I have to do. I might do that. I'm going to do that this week.
Oh, God, help me.
Yeah, I have I will actually release it live here. That is perfect.
Oh, that's mean. That one is mean.
That is so perfect. So I've been threatening Jenny that I'm going to design her a special kit for Christmas. So I will try and have that done by Friday. We will get that sorted. It's all good, Carly. It's all good, love. You've got work to do. We know.
I don't even put a Christmas tree up, Tink. I just can't be bothered. Plus, we have cats, so they would climb in it. I'll be forever pulling them out. So I actually offered Rose a challenge. And one thing I've thought for a couple of years, because we've got cats and I don't want to put a Christmas tree up because they'll climb in it, is I want to DP a Christmas tree so I can put it on the wall. So I've offered her a challenge to make me the biggest Christmas tree possible that I can DP. And at Christmas time, I'll pop it up on my wall. So we'll see what she does with that.
It'll happen. I'll get it done in time for next year. But that's not your Christmas present.
No, that's fine.
Just saying.
Oh my goodness. There is something biting me. Got it back.
Oh, look, a fair bit of confetti in this little section here.
And what we'll do is we'll actually release it as a picture on the website to do. That was too low.
What, your Christmas present?
Yep. No, my Christmas tree. The Christmas tree, not the present. The Christmas tree. Depends on what the present is, woman.
Oh, you might kill me, but we'll see.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. We'll see if I can make it the biggest Christmas tree I can.
But the problem then is I've got to DP it.
Yeah.
So that might take me a while.
Well, I could be really cheeky and make it 2 DPs that you got to put together.
Yeah. Gammy, I'm prepared for anything, seriously. Nothing really phases me.
And she knows I've got a cheeky sense of humour, so she knows it's going to be something.
I can handle it.
Oh, I thought about giving clues, but then if I give the clues, the only clues I can give, she would actually figure it out. Because I have actually told her I was going to do it, but I think she's forgotten.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. Trust me, I haven't forgotten.
So you know what I'm going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I know you're up to something.
Oh, yeah. I've actually told you like months ago what I was going to do. But I don't think you think I was serious. I think my husband's gone to sleep. I'm just going to go check that if he has, because if he has, I'm turning off the TV.
I'm just wondering how scared I should be. Is it be very afraid?
Is it what?
Be very afraid?
No. But it'll get a giggle.
That's the main thing. Yeah, the laugh's kind of a little bit of a worry there, Gammy. I heard that evil little laugh she let out then. That one.
It's the only laugh I got.
Yes, please, Tink. I'll have a coffee.
Decaf, please. Milk 2. Blonde, 2 legs. I really should have made me a decaf before I sat down. I finally managed to stop my daughter eating my sugar.
How did you manage to do that?
I hit the sugar bowl.
Actually, she's got to be nice to me. Because I told her I'm taking her shopping when I get down there.
Yeah, I'm getting a new toy. Oh, I can't wait. That's exciting. And my son is not getting this one.
Oh, no. I'll have a latte, thanks, Tink.
I used to love a good cappuccino and a mochaccino. And sadly, I can't have normal coffee, and I can't have... I can make a cappuccino with decaf. That's no problem. I've got the coffee machine, and I've got the ground beans and stuff. Yeah, Jenny, that's something that's going to happen. You have real coffee.
Yay.
But yeah, at the moment I can't have too much chocolatey stuff. So
Gingerbread, yum.
oh, spicy pumpkin, please. It's a hard choice between that and gingerbread. I'm going to have to make some icing up on the weekend. Find some piping bags.
Tink has decaf too.
Cool. We can be coffee twins.
Oh. Something really has bitten me on the neck. It's annoying me.
As long as it's not like Angie and a spider, we're good. Oh, I wonder if she's had any more bites.
I don't like spiders, but...
No, I don't either. I need to actually do my vacuum check in the corners of my ceilings.
Yeah, I've got to go around and cobweb the house.
Yeah, I use my dust buster.
Oh no, we've got a cobweb brush.
Okay.
Last time I sucked a spider up in the vacuum, I forgot about it, and I was cleaning the vacuum out and stuck my hand straight in it. Yeah, and touched the spider.
Ew.
Yay! Let's all go to Tink's.
Fantastic. Fire up the Tardis. I am going to attempt an early night tonight. Except for I have to ring my brother back.
I like how you said I'm going to attempt an early night.
Yeah, I have to ring my brother after this.
I doubt you will have it, but...
Yeah, I doubt it. See if I can fall asleep on the phone to him. So
To who?
we were in a video call after this with Angie and Jen and I were last night. And they're talking away. And they notice I've gone quiet.
And I've gone to Ange. Is she asleep? Rosie, you asleep? And there was no movement.
Yeah, I crashed.
Yum, Tink.
Oh, yummy. I still haven't made my date scones. I am going to do them tomorrow, though. I've cleaned my kitchen today.
Yeah, I'm going to, on Saturday, I'm not doing anything. I'm actually going to clean the house from top to toe.
Nice. It's not too bad at the moment. I'm still catching up on washing, but Kenzie goes through like 2 outfits a day. It's a bit hard to catch up on washing.
Yeah.
I'm showing the whole section of it. Oh no, I was showing the whole section. I was thinking, am I showing the whole section? I was looking at it weirdly.
So was Rory asleep?
Yeah, he's out to it. Sleeping, sitting up.
Bless his bum.
Yeah, he's so tired. It'll be good for him to have some time off. Catch it. He went to bed on Saturday night. He went to bed. He thought, oh, he'll go have a nap at 6. So he went and had a nap, and he slept right through until 6 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, Peter does that, and he says, "Wake me up," and I refuse to. I just let him sleep.
Yeah. Me too. My hubby's a truck driver, so he has very early starts.
And mine's a cleaner, so he does night shift.
Oh, Kenzie's chattering away in her room. It's a very quiet night tonight. We're all very, very quiet.
It is.
I'm
just enjoying the wildlife outside. I can hear them chattering away.
We have ring-necked dogs. Like, there's lots of them in our street. And there was thankfully our cat doesn't attack them. Not through lack of trying. He's just not quick enough.
He gets his capabilities mixed up with his ambitions.
He does, very much so.
What does he do, Rose?
My craft table's always a mess. Tink.
Mine's clean at the moment compared to what it normally is.
Well, that's a very important job that he's got there, Rose.
Hats off to the men and women of any military service.
Yeah. Rory's ex-New Zealand Navy. My biological dad was in the Navy as well.
My dad was in the Army Reserves when he was much younger.
Yeah.
But my uncle, his brother, was in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I've got family members who are in the Falklands one, and yeah, actually that's another event that I don't actually see people actually doing. I haven't seen an event. I'll get my words out in a minute. Just had a thought actually.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, probably. Has anyone ever done an AIDS event?
An AIDS event?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen anything. But doesn't... I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah. Red Ribbon Day.
I think we need to do something for the armed forces, but it can't be called Anzac.
Why not?
Because Anzac is a registered word, and to use Anzac you can get into a heck of a lot of trouble.
Really?
That's why the images on the website, anything to do with the services, are known by the names lest we forget. Because Anzac is trademarked to the RSLs.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Oh, it's big licensing, big licensing issues if you use that.
It's not in New Zealand, but yeah, that's quite interesting.
And I don't want to cross the men and women of the forces.
No, fair enough too.
I wish I could put paper on straight.
I will definitely be doing something for Anzac.
Because the only things we have up there at the moment are from Jules Kilmartin. There's 2 pieces up there for Anzac, but I'd like to have some more, but also represent the forces of other countries as well.
Yeah, I will definitely be doing something poppy orientated for Anzac Day, that's for sure. I can actually already see it in my head. I might see if I can get my son to make me a mesh.
Awesome. So people that are around, there's 6 people on with us tonight. For those people that are around, and if you're not from our wonderful country of Australia or from New Zealand, when it comes to your men and women of the armed services, whether it be Air Force, Army, Navy or whatever service it is. When do you celebrate remembering those men and women? What date is that? So, Gammy, you are November the 11th. So is that Remembrance Day for you?
November the 11th. That is my son's birthday.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we don't only just do the Southern Hemisphere services. We also do something for the Northern Hemisphere as well.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because each are very important.
Yes. No arguments there. We're getting into darker colours because we're at the end of the canvas.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone celebrates Remembrance Day on that day, but here in the Southern Hemisphere, we don't only celebrate Remembrance Day, we also celebrate Anzac Day, which is ironically the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. And that's celebrated on the 25th of April every year. And it becomes a time where the diggers or the ex-servicemen and women get together and remember those that have fallen.
Do you guys have dawn parades here?
Yeah, we do.
And it's a day off for everybody?
Anzac Day? Yes, certainly is.
I'm assuming you guys do the poppy as well. I know we did.
Yeah. They're very, very similar, I think, Australia and New Zealand when it comes to Anzac Day.
I have an idea for a remembrance piece.
Hey, you've got an idea already?
Yeah.
I actually went to the Australian War Memorial, which is in Canberra, when I went up there on a holiday. And was my ex-husband at the time, before we got married actually, with him. And the housemate we had had a young daughter who used to get on some game on the internet. But while I was away, he allowed her to use my computer. That was a bad move, because when I got back, I've taken my memory card from my camera and put it straight into my computer and gone to download all these photos I'd taken. only for her to tell me that my computer kept restarting. She had actually got a virus on my computer and hadn't informed me.
Oh, so you lost all your
And
photos?
I lost so many memories from that trip.
Mm.
That's so true, Gammy.
Yeah, definitely. We would not have the rights we have. Definitely not. I mean, we sit there and whinge that we don't have rights and stuff, but these people actually went to another country to fight for us to have the rights we have and have the freedoms we have. Sacrifice their lives and their families. And some lost generations, like fathers and sons, Yep, something's not going right for Missy.
Yeah, actually tonight or today, I was watching a movie with Peter. It was, what was it called? It's called 12 Good Men or 12 something or other. But it was actually about the aftermath of 9/11, and it was a good movie.
Yeah. I think we all remember 9/11.
Yes.
I had friends who lost family members in that.
Oh, Tank, that's terrible. Was it on purpose he did something, or
that's horrible.
Was it an accident? Is it?
Yep, that's her. Yep. Something's not going right in her world.
I was trying to work out what was making the noise, and I'm thinking, that's Kenzie.
Yeah, she's actually in bed. She's tucked up in bed, but she's still got her devices in there. And I'm going to go with the fact that something isn't going right on one of them, and that's her telling me that something's not going right. She does this singing, grumpy singing when she's not happy.
She can do her grumpy singing. That's okay.
I'm going to need some more of that one. 3.7 left for up now. Oh, look at that.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. How are you, sweetheart? Hope you managed to get some good sleep. Sadly, no.
Unfortunately, Tink, yeah. It's sad when you lose memories like that. I had a lot of photos, and I moved from Victoria to New South Wales, and my kid's father, who I was married to at the time, put everything in storage, but when we broke up, he actually didn't tell me where they were in storage and didn't pay the storage, so I lost all my kids' memories, baby photos of me, everything. I've got one photo of me, which will stay well and truly hidden.
I'll share my baby photos if you share yours.
We'll see. Maybe.
We could have a competition in the new year sometime where you've got to guess guess which person is which baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could get people to put. We'll let people know that these are the options, and they have to actually guess which baby is which person.
Tink, that's awesome. You've still got some precious memories to remember him by.
Oh. I have not so much the same sort of thing as I have baby photos of all my kids. I mean, I was a photographer. I took freaking photos galore. What I do regret the most is that I did not. I've got beautiful photos of Bridie with Jordan,
Mm,
and I've got photos of her all through his life with him up until he was 8.
that's the important thing. Those are the memories you want to keep.
Yeah, but I only have one of her with Kenzie.
What, was Kenzie too young, or?
She just Kenzie was so sick as a baby when she was born that it just didn't get done, sadly. It was just one of those things that sadly we didn't get done, and I have one decent photo, and it was taken on an old camera phone, so it's not worth diamond painting or.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to sharpen it up as best as I can. I mean, I probably could get a small diamond, a fairly, a decent sized one out of it, but yeah.
But like I've said, that back in those days, people didn't think about the internet and diamond painting and all the rest of it. So photos weren't made as important as they are these days with the quality.
Yeah. Oh wow! So Tink, I will share some. If we do this competition, I'll definitely be sharing. I actually have one baby photo, one of me when I was about 4. I have one of me at about the same age as Kenzie. So I have a few. Yeah.
I have one.
My kids look like me as babies.
I don't think you'd even be able to pick it that it was me.
I reckon we should do this competition.
I do too. I'm all up for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It only takes one photo, ladies.
Oh, Tink. I would show you, but if we're going to do this competition, we'll just have to wait. I won baby competitions when I was a baby.
I was never put in any.
I was a cute baby. It does. It sounds like fun. Yeah. We'll definitely have to do something in the new year for it.
With all your technology, are you actually able to de-age a photo?
Yeah, I can to a point. So I can't turn a person into a baby. I'm not that good. But from all my portrait, like studio portraits I used to do, I can remove wrinkles and stuff like that and make you look 10 years younger.
That's what I need.
If only I could do it in real life, that would be nice. That's all right. The little, like, it doesn't matter, like, as long as it's not, I think from teenage up would be too much. But I think, yeah, I think sort of like, sort of primary school down would be all right. Sarah, your story still sits in my heart, sweetheart. Yeah. So it's obviously whatever was making her grump, she's sorted it out and she's back to happy noises again.
Oh, that's good.
I prefer the happy noises. She self-settles though, so that's good. I don't, she has a routine and that's it. Boom.
She self-settles better than a lot of kids that aren't in her circumstances.
I've given her a chance. She'll wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and play on her devices. As long as she's quiet, I'm not too fussed.
No. The moon? Sorry, there's a guy yelling outside. So I was answering him. Because people around here don't take into consideration other people.
Our street, you're going to find our street very, very quiet. Like even we're near a main road. We're near a main road, but it's the whole street is very, very quiet.
Oh no, our street is a thoroughfare. People think this should be the main road. They just trucks and cars and motorbikes and drives me nuts.
All right, let's go make this. I feel like I'm slipping off the edge. Oh, who wants to go in the hot seat tonight?
Okay, I have to ask this. Every time I've heard the hot seat, I haven't seen that Rose has been in the hot seat. Has she been in the hot seat?
I have, like, right at the beginning. I'll go in the hot seat. It's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, why don't we put Rose in the hot seat?
All right. Sure. Why not? I can handle it. I've got ice packs in the freezer.
Yeah, just don't burn your butt. Yeah, I won't tell my story about my car seat today. That was kind of
we won't tell you that. All right, guys. Apparently, I'm in the hot seat tonight. Ask away. Fire questions at me.
So, Rose, if you could do your ultimate picture, you could create your ultimate picture, what would it be?
Oh, it changes all the time. I think right now, for the next 12 months ish, probably less than that. It's a memorial piece.
Mm-hmm.
So did you want me to tell the story of why that's a special piece, or?
You can tell that story if you're happy to tell that story.
Yeah. So about 12, I adopted a young lass at 16, and her name was Bridie. And she was a tough kid. She was a tough kid. I won't lie, but she was loved. And she passed away at 27 of pulmonary hypertension, which we didn't know until it was pretty much too late that she had. And the night she died, the night of the day she died, I had a dream. And because for those that don't know, I also have PCOS, so I've had a lot of miscarriages as well. And you'll understand why they go together in a second. So I had this dream of after she'd died, she'd been taken to have an autopsy and stuff, and I'd cried myself to sleep, as any mother would, and I had a very, very vivid dream, and it was so vivid and it felt so real that I actually believe it was her telling me something. So in this dream, Bridie's walking in a field of flowers in a white dress. She had blonde hair. It was long and straight, which is weird because her hair was actually curly. And in the distance were all these people who were a blend of her biological family and mine, waiting to welcome her. But running towards her were these 12 children. And they varied from 18 down to, let's see, would have been 4. I think the youngest would have been. And they were all running towards her with their arms open wide, welcoming their big sister. So for me, that is a piece that would be in my ultimate art piece right now. And it is one I actually plan to do, and I will release it in August. So yeah, there we go.
That was probably her telling you that she was okay.
Yep, I honestly believe that it was. The reason why her hair was straight in the dream was that ironically, when we went to dress her and do her makeup and stuff, because we wanted to do it, her hair had gone from tight ringlets to straight. And death. So it was. I remember very clearly asking the undertaker, "What did you do to my daughter's hair?" Because we just thought it was straight. So yeah, no, it was. She had ringlets, but when she died, her hair went straight. Yeah. So that's yeah. So I will, to commemorate her memory, I will be designing that art piece based on that dream, to remember her as well as the 12 angels that I already had up there. So now I have 13.
13 beautiful angels.
Yep. And that is why my 2 babies are my biggest blessing, because I fought to have them. Now, as I said to you guys the other day, we all have stories, and it's good to share stories. Stories need to be shared because it helps other people who may be going through something similar. It helps people to know you and understand why you are the way you are. Good morning, Angie. So sharing stories is something that we used to do back in our ancestors' days, and
I
it's
think it's seriously these days with technology and everything, it's a lost art form.
Yep. But I believe in telling stories, and not just verbally, but I mean, in my son's birthday and Bridie's birthday are actually a day apart.
Mm-hmm.
And every year, Jordan, to this day, at 21, on his cake, he has a candle for his big sister. So he had, if you looked at the cake one way, it said 41, because she would have been 41 this year. And if you looked at it another way, it said 21, which is how old he was this year.
Which is nice to know that he hasn't lost those memories of his sister.
No. Kenzie knows who she is, even though she was 2 when she died. She knows that she had a big sister, and she knows who Bridie is. Jordan and I have this thing whenever we're out and about and we see a monarch butterfly, we always say, "Hi, Bridie." So she lives with us every day. She always said to me, I would always know she was around because I would find her on the wings of every butterfly I saw. And
that's awesome. Yeah, my daughter had a very close friend of hers died suddenly of, ironically, heart problems. I don't know what the full story was. However, after she passed away, I did a memorial piece with Brittany and her horse.
yeah.
And it was a gift for my daughter because she was feeling really down with losing Brit. So I did that as a birthday gift for her. And my grandson's autistic. Now, he's never met Brit. So he has probably heard about her, but he's never met her. But he will sit there have a conversation with her picture.
Yep.
So we know that she's still around.
Yeah. Kenzie does it. I wake up in the night and hear her playing and she's talking to Bri. And I know it's Bri because she says Bri. You know.
So you know she's protected. Her big sister's looking after her.
Oh yeah. I have no qualms or worries about that one at all. Tank, I tell you what, I have been blessed with the most amazing kids, and he is such a great kid. And I'm very, very blessed that he chose me to be his mum. So yeah, so Bridie was 20. Day before her 20th birthday was when Jordan was born. She asked me what I got for her birthday that year, and I said to her, a baby brother.
That's a big present.
Oh, that's what I said. And she's like, I don't want a baby. But she loved him. She really did. I mean, they had their moments like siblings do, but he loved her and she loved him.
And that's the very most important thing, that kids know they're loved.
Yeah. When his big sister got sick, he gave up his room so that she could have a room that we could open the French doors on and she could lay in bed and get fresh air.
That's a big step. That is
Yeah.
a big step for a child to do.
Yeah. And the day that she died, he watched her die because she died at home with us. And then he went off and got graded in karate. And nobody in the karate grading actually knew what had happened until after the grading had happened. And his dad mentioned it to one of the senseis. And they were just, I think they were a little bit blown away. I just realised I've missed a whole row.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
So I'm in the hot seat. Next question.
I've just turned around and done a diamond painter's nightmare.
Put the wrong things in the wrong code.
Can you see?
Oh, you've mixed. Oh no. Oopsie doops. Okay, guys, next question. I'm in the hot seat.
I won't start swearing on live.
I know you're doing it internally.
That's something that shouldn't happen, but it does. It's an easy separate. It's just going to be a pain in my butt. There is actually an easy way to separate mixed drills like that, but I don't have a paintbrush.
Oh. Oh.
Rose, what was it? Tinks asked what the happiest moment of your childhood is.
The happiest moment of my childhood. It wasn't many. Trying to think. I know. So my dad died when I was 2, but I had this amazing stepdad who I called Dad. Amazing man. And I think it was either the first or the second Christmas that we had together when he joined our family. And he said to us, whatever you save before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas, I will double it. And I was about, and actually it would have been, I think it might have been like 4 or 5 years in actually thinking about it. I was about between 10 and 12 somewhere. And I had a paper run, so I had a big paper run, and I used to do it. So I saved and saved, and I didn't spend my money, and I just kept saving and saving. And came to the, so it sat down and he goes, right, how much money have you got? I think my brother was like $200-300. I was like, sweet. So he doubled it, kept his word. And then I think he did it to my stepsisters and brothers, and yeah, kept to his word. And then he came to me and he goes, so how much have you saved? And I showed him my bank account.
How much of a heart attack did you give him?
Yeah, he had quite a big heart attack. Sitting in my bank account was over $1,000.
Did he ever make that bet again?
No, never, ever, ever did he ever offer, because every Christmas I go, Dad, want to double my money? And he'd go, F off. So yeah, that's probably one of my happiest memories.
At least he paid out.
I tell you what, Gammy, are you going to be up till the end of the live? Because if you're going to be up to the end of the live, I can actually show you my favorite childhood toy. Because I actually have my favorite childhood toy with me. So if you guys want to see my favorite childhood toy, and she was given to me the day I was born. So it's obviously a doll. But she was given to me the day I was born, so she's 48 years old. And if you're going to be around, I can actually show you at the end of the live. Once I finish the diamond painting.
I can remember my dad when I was younger, like all little kids. I used to talk a lot, and I think I drove him nuts. And one day he says to me, if you can be quiet for 5 minutes, I'll give you $5. So me being a kid, and at that time I had no concept of what 5 minutes was. So I'm thinking I'm going to get an easy $5 here. So I'm quiet for 5 minutes. And it seemed like an awfully long 5 minutes. And then he told me my time was up. And then he told me I was quiet for a half an hour. So more fool him, I made him pay me for every 5 minutes I was quiet.
Fair enough too. Gammy done. I will show you her at the end of after I finish diamond painting. Oh, I see. I was smart. I never did that with my kids because I know Jordan and I know the older girls. They would have held. Oh, it would have been painful.
But it also teaches them.
It does. It does. See, I petted the cat just before, like an hour ago, and I'm still pulling cat fur out of my drills.
Oh my God, I hate that. I looked up one night here, and my cats know they don't go near Mum's DP. You do not do that, or there's big trouble for these cats. But my big ginger male had decided that no, he wanted something on my desk. So I'm going to jump up right in front of you and get whatever I want off your desk. We nearly had cat fly out window.
Oh, I bet.
There's one thing I just cannot handle is animals on DPs. Because I really don't want to have to pluck out fur.
That's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, I made the mistake of leaving a glass of water on my desk. Thankfully, it's spilt in the other direction.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I still would have had a heart attack.
Yeah, and it was this one on the table. Oh, that is so cool, Gammy.
I wish I had my original toy I was given as a kid, and I wasn't happy that it was lost. My dad was a taxi driver, and when I was born, they actually gave him a teddy bear for me. And when I met my first husband and he had kids, I let them play with it, and my stepdaughter lost it on me.
Oh, not good.
Yeah, I was not happy. This poor teddy had been through a lot. When I tried to fix him when I was little and put chewing gum on his eye, and he still had the revolting marks of the chewing gum, but he was my teddy.
Yes. Yeah. We've got special chairs here too that and cushions that they're allowed on, but they're not allowed on the desk. Okay, who else has got questions?
What's your least favorite artwork to work on?
Don't shoot me. Landscapes.
Everyone's different. Everyone is different. I've probably, in the whole time I've DP'd, I've probably done one landscape, and that was a boat on water. But everyone is different.
Yeah. I'm not a landscape person. It's just not who I am.
That's a good one, Tinker. What's the memory of the memory of the tastiest food you ever had?
Tastiest food I ever had. Trying to think. Oh, I know. So, my friend from school, Andrew, used to come to school, and he liked peanut butter and jam sandwiches, and his mum used to make him these beautiful filled rolls. And I mean, her coleslaw was just it was beautiful, absolutely yum. So him and I made up this plan. We were in high school. We made this plan that I would get mum to make a couple of extra peanut butter and jam sandwiches. So I went from getting 2 peanut butter and jam sandwiches to getting 4. And I would give him 4. We would meet at morning tea time, and I would give him 4 peanut butter and jam sandwiches, and he would give me 2 of the most beautiful rolls filled with this most yummiest coleslaw, and cold meat. And yeah, that's probably the most tastiest food. I have never ever found anyone who makes the coleslaw like his mum did.
So did your mum ever figure out what you were doing?
No, not 2 years later, when we actually told her. But then she didn't find out that Dad had stuck a wooden sawhorse under my window so I could sneak out without her knowing either until I was well into my adult years.
Goodness.
Yeah. So.
My stepdaughter used to sneak out, but what she used to do, and she became quite ingenious of doing this, is she had a fairly big room. Yeah. And so what she'd do is she had a big teddy bear. We bought her a huge teddy bear. It was almost as big as a small child, and it was all soft and squishy. And do you remember Cabbage Patch dolls?
Yes, actually.
She also had a Cabbage Patch doll. And the thing about this, and we didn't think about this until years later, but she had this Cabbage Patch doll, and it had the same colour hair as she did. And you know where this is going, don't you?
I do.
Well, what she used to do is she used to put the teddy bear on the bottom, put the Cabbage Patch Kid on the top, and she used to bring the blanket up so just the hair was sticking out. So her father was one of these sort of people, if he had something to say to one of the kids, it couldn't wait till the next morning. He had to have a discussion with them there and then on the spot. So he's gone in to have a talk to her one night, and he's talking away, and she's not responding to him. And so he talked to her a bit further, and she still didn't respond. So he walks up to the bed, and he starts to try and shake her awake. Scared the bejesus out of him, and we realised for a long time she'd actually been using this Cabbage Patch doll and this damn teddy bear as camouflage to jump out of the window and go out after hours and come back at God knows whatever time.
Oh, I love it. I used to do something similar.
I mean, it was quite ingenious, but as a parent, I had to kick her butt.
And the moral of that story is never, ever, ever buy your kids toys, dolls, or teddy bears that are the size of them or have the same colour hair.
Yes, definitely.
I remember one night, like I was 16, my biological brother was 18. He was sneaking out and catching up with the girl next door. And he got caught coming back in the house. And I'd snuck out and had gone out driving in the cars with my boyfriend at the time, because I wasn't allowed to see him. I wasn't allowed boyfriends, but I had one. And him and I had gone and like we got driven to Auckland and back from Wellsford, which was quite a hike back then. So it's like rural town, no McDonald's then. So we had to get McDonald's. It was a treat. You drove into Auckland, got McDonald's, drove back while you were eating it. So I got back and in the door probably about 10 minutes before he did. The problem was I'd gone through my window because I had the sawhorse to climb back in. Thanks, Dad. And he had come through the back door, and Mum caught him. Mum had got up to go to the toilet and get a drink of water, and she was walking past the back door to go to the kitchen just as he walked in the door.
So he got well and truly caught, and you got away with it.
He got well and truly caught, and he sat there, and he goes, I remember because I could hear him, and I came out in my pajamas, like looking all innocent.
Oh, I'm so tired. What did you wake me up for?
Yeah. And he's going, and because he'd seen me climbing back in the window, so he knew what I'd done, and he was like, and like because Dad was up at this time, and hell hit because he'd been caught with the girl next door, and they weren't exactly being good about what they were doing. Both having fun, but still.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. So the crap hit the fan big time, and he turns around and goes to Mum and Dad. He goes, "Shit!" I said, "Why am I the one getting in trouble? She snuck out and went to Auckland." And Dad was like, "No, she didn't. She's been at home all night." He's like, "No, she." And he was going, "No, she climbed in the window. I saw her climbing in the window." He's like, "She's too short to climb in the window." He's like, Dad knew damn well where I'd been.
The things you do as kids.
Yeah,
I can remember.
Damn well I'd been out and about.
Yeah, I can remember going when I was at school. I was at high school, and of course, at high school, what's the one thing that most high school students try, and that's cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well, we at the school I went, you had the back area of the school. There was a back gate, and no one ever went down there. So we snuck out to have a cigarette out the back. And as you did in those days, everyone shared a cigarette because you had to be quick. You couldn't be caught. Not thinking that you reeked of cigarette after you'd smoken it. Well, we're standing there smoking away, and next minute, as I had the cigarette sitting in my hand, a teacher walks out. We all got hauled up to the principal's office and all got a good telling off, and we're going to tell your parents, but what we want you to do first is we want you to tell your parents. Here's me absolutely terrified, going to have to go and tell my parents I've been caught smoking at school. So gone home, and Mum worked afternoon shift, so she wasn't home, but Dad was home. I've gone, Dad, I've got something to tell you. I said, I've been caught smoking at school, and I was expecting to get the biggest lecture possible and really into trouble. And he turns around to me and goes, "That's okay. At your age, I got caught smoking cigars." Didn't tell my mum to that day until many years later that I was actually caught smoking at school.
Oh, I was the mean sister. Honestly, no wonder my siblings don't like me. So Dad I started smoking at a very young age, and I smoked off and on for years. So I was 11. I would kill my kids if they started smoking, let alone at 11. Oh my God, I would have wrung their necks. But we were about, once again, 16 and 18. See, I was a rebel back then. And Dad's tobacco kept going missing, or his cigarettes kept going missing, and especially his little San Remo cigars, because I really, really liked those. So I'd sneak one every now and then. And I could have sworn Dad knew it was me. But no, it wasn't me that got in the trouble.
His brother?
My brother. Yeah. Oh.
No wonder your brother hates you. Yeah, he was the one that got in trouble for everything Rose did.
Yeah. And then, like, I'd had this mess, because I was quite a rebellious teenager in a lot of ways. And I remember I had this massive argument, because my parents didn't know I smoked until I was 16. I'd been smoking for 5 years by this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd been earning my own money from a very young age. So I always had money. It was never an issue. And you didn't have age limits of when, you know.
You could go and buy a packet of smokes and they didn't question you.
It was never an issue. So, you know, I used to always have cigarettes. It was no problem. But every now and then I'd run out and I'd steal a couple of dabs. Just kind of have one on the way to school, have one, sneak off at lunchtime, have one, and then, you know, have one on the way home. Yeah, and it was my brother that got caught. But the worst thing was at school, like you were talking about getting caught at school. I got caught at school. But the funny thing was, it was by a really Mr. Thompson, and I remember him from Tamaki College. Best teacher ever. He, we used to smoke behind the special needs classroom on site, of all things. And we were out there smoking, because we used to tuck the cigarette up, you know, when the teachers came around, you used to tuck it up your jersey. I was like 14 at the time. And Mr. Thompson came round and he was like, I smell smoke. I smell cigarettes. And I'm like, oh, can you see it must have been someone walking past on the road? He's like, because like my full name's Rosina. So he'd go, Rosina, why is your sleeve smoking? I was like, fuck, I'm busted. Oh, sorry. I'm busted, you know. And he goes to me, he goes, pull it out. So I pulled it out. And he goes, do you have any more? And I was like, yes, sir. And he goes, right, I'll have one, thanks. And then he sat there and smoked with us.
Now that's a cool teacher.
He was a cool teacher.
I got two brothers. One's 2 years older than me and one's 4 years older than me. And the middle brother used to love getting me into trouble with my parents, to the point where I got grounded for something he did. And I've never forgiven him for it.
I have a scar on my forehead thanks to my brother.
What part of your forehead?
By my eyebrow. And you're all going to be looking at it after the live now, I know.
I've seen that scar. Have you seen the scar on my eyebrow?
No. Oh, yes. I had to stop and think for
my
a second.
My brother did that to me.
Ah,
my dad nearly killed him for it because he couldn't blame him for it, but he nearly did that to me. He used to have an air rifle, or what people call a BB gun.
Yes, I know what a BB gun is, yep.
And one day, he's supposed to be doing the dishes. That was the thing. Dad said, do the dishes. But he didn't want to do that, and he'd shoved a screwdriver in where the spring goes on the BB gun. And he says to me, when I tell you to, just pull the screwdriver out. What he didn't tell me to do at the time was, when you pull the screwdriver out,
get out of the way.
Move your head.
Yeah.
So, of course, I've pulled this damn screwdriver out of where this spring was, the spring shot up and the firing pin hit me in the top of the eye. So their mum is trudging down the hospital with me, and the doctor had they had a look and they've stitched it up and done what they had to do, and the doctor says she's very, very lucky. If it had been a half an inch lower, she would have lost her eye.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh boy, my brother copped it for that one.
Yeah. Oh, mine was probably unintentional, but I blame him anyway, and I punished him for it for years afterwards.
Why not?
We were playing. I was about 4, somewhere around there. And my mum was a solo mum at the time, and she'd given us, and I remember very vividly, I had this kids' dinner set, right, and it was white, and it had strawberries on it, and all around the border, and I had matching knife, and fork, and spoon.
As you do.
As you do. So anyway, of all the things I remember that very vividly. We were sitting, we'd been outside playing tag or hide and seek or something, and Mummy called us in for dinner. So we'd gone in, we ate our dinner, and Mum said we couldn't go outside to play until we'd finished our dinner. And I remember it was something I didn't like. It might have been carrots or parsnip or onion or, either one of them I didn't like anyway. And so I was sitting there, taking my time, and my brother was out the back door going, hurry up, come and play, just eat it. So I put it in my mouth, gulped it down, swallowed, went running out the door, and he'd booby-trapped the door with his wooden truck. And I tripped over it. What wasn't realized was that I still had a fork in my hand. And it went straight into my head.
Oh.
And I went into Mum. Mum, look at this. Pulled it out of my head, and this fountain of blood came out because head wounds bleed. She freaked, as she would. Yeah, and I'm very lucky I didn't lose my eye. But yeah. Oh, we're telling some stories tonight. My family's probably going to kill me for airing them all on social media, but hey.
Hey, no names were used in the making of this video, so we're safe.
So yeah, there's a few stories I can tell.
brothers, I tell you.
Yeah. So
sorry, I'm playing separate the drills. Fun.
It's probably just as well that Matt and I didn't actually grow up together.
Yeah. You might have killed one another.
Yeah. All right, any more questions, guys? I'm still in the hot seat, so you're getting some really good doozy stories tonight.
Yeah, it's hot seat with the stories.
Lots of fun. There we go. That's why.
Actually, I've got one. And I've asked this before in another situation that I did. If you could access, okay, in your case, the Tardis, right?
Yeah.
If you could access the Tardis, is there one moment in time that you would go back and change?
Yes.
And if so, why?
I would, as much as I had an amazing stepfather, the one moment in my time that I would change would be the death of my biological father, because I was 2 years old. And I always felt that I was robbed of him in my life. And it is something I've always felt very strong about. And yeah, if I could go back and change it with no repercussions for the future, I would like to go back and change that. Oh my God, the most embarrassing. Oh.
No, Tink asked one first. What's the naughtiest thing you ever did?
Most naughtiest thing I ever did. Oh, I don't really know. No, I know. So, okay, so I'll answer both of those, but just not at the same time. Okay, so when I went through a very bad phase when I was about between 12 and 14, 15, and I got really into drugs, like quite badly. So at a very, very young age. And I was very mixed up and very confused about things. And there were things going on in my world that I'm not prepared to discuss on social media, but it made me a very
He was a rebel.
Yeah, it made me rebel a lot, and I was in a lot of pain. So I numbed it with drugs. Anyway, so the naughtiest thing I ever did was probably go to school stoned all the time. And then I'd go home and I wouldn't be stoned. So I'd get stoned on the way to school. My parents never knew. My principal figured something was going on in my world that I had no control over. But what they couldn't understand was I was getting straight A's. I was accused of cheating, which I wasn't. I loved history, so it was always my go-to subject. And yeah, so that's probably the naughtiest thing I did was get stoned to go to school, to be honest. I've not stolen anything. I've not committed any crimes. Yeah, probably it. The most embarrassing thing I did as a teenager, I was 18.
Okay, Ange.
Love you, sweetheart. Hope you feel better soon. So I was 18. I just left home and I had all this freedom and I was like, just, as you do, you get all this freedom and you go, yeah, this is awesome. And I was staying with a friend. We had a gay friend come up from Auckland. There was two of them, and we were making these cocktails. And they were lethal cocktails, man. Oh. And then we started playing Truth or Dare. So we drank solidly for like 48 hours. And I think it was like probably about 30 hours in, I'd run out of smokes. So they dared me to walk up to the dairy, which was like a 10-minute walk up the road, butt naked in the middle of the day, buy a packet of cigarettes and come home. And I did it.
It's a wonder they served you.
I think he was just flabbergasted, the owner of the shop, to be honest. I think he was just absolutely flabbergasted that I had walked in butt naked. Yeah, I was a round teenager. Like I wasn't as big as I am now, but I was, I was a curvy teen, yeah. So, yeah. So I walked in, drunk as a skunk. Said to him, I'll have a packet of Winfield Red 25, thanks. Didn't think twice of it. Didn't bat an eye. He didn't know where to look. Poor shop owner. Like I feel really, really sorry for him actually. Yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. Would I do it again? Hell no.
You'd go for indecent exposure if you did it these days.
Oh, I think they'd probably call the police and have me arrested for indecent exposure. I'd scare everybody.
You was a true deviant, you was.
Oh, yeah, I was a bit of a rebel. I'd give anything a go. But try anything once was my motto. If I liked it, I'd try it again. And that was how I lived my life back then.
And then if you didn't like it, try again to see how much trouble you could get into.
Oh yeah, I was known for trouble. But the thing is, when I was smart. No one actually knew how much trouble I was getting into because I covered my tracks and my parents never knew. Mum knows now, but which is why I say it on public things. So, right,
Well, if she doesn't know now, she's gonna know.
Yeah, she's gonna know now. All right, here we go, guys. Second row done. Look at that. We have an armpit.
Yay!
Awesome.
How far in is about a quarter?
Yeah, probably about a quarter of the way done. Don't know if I'll have it done by the time you get here, but we'll see. Before I put the camera up, I'm going to go get what I promised I was going to show. Rory cringed when I unpacked her. He calls her the scary doll. She's not scary, but she was given to me on the day I was born by my real dad. So she's a treasure. I had her. She's been in Doll's Hospital. Thank you, Tinker. I was trying to fit into a group of girls and they're doing surveys. Oh, Sarah, I tell you what, Sarah, my son learned the hard way. You do not steal, and you definitely make sure mum doesn't catch you. He learned very, very, very quickly at a very young age. I was notorious for unusual punishments, which my goddaughter, who was in here the other week. Okay, so as promised, so when I was born, my dad came to the hospital the day I was born and brought me a doll because in his eyes I was very special, because him and mum had lost a little girl just 2 years prior to me being born. Sarah, like seriously, if I could go back in time, I would beat them for you. But anyway, so yeah. So my dad bought me my baby doll. This is my baby doll.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. She's been in and out of dolls' hospitals over the years. I had her fixed up when I was pregnant with Kenzie, but she's just a showpiece now. She can't be played with. But she's 48 years old. My friend Kirsten was looking after her for me for a couple of years. And while we had a house, but we were kind of bouncing a little bit, and I didn't want her broken. And so when I got her back, she had knitted this beautiful feather and fan layette, which is like the matinee jacket and the booties and the hat. And because she'd always asked me what she was originally in, and I always remember this frilly white dress. So she bought her this frilly white dress and dressed her all up. But her name has always been Rebecca Barbara Ann.
Nice.
And Rory calls her the scary doll. And that's because when we first got together, she used to sit in Kenzie's room when Kenzie was little. And Kenzie used to like to climb. And Rory was walking, he was going to the toilet, and to walk to the toilet,
I'll be back in a minute, people.
Yeah. And Kenzie's door was open. And he saw the doll sitting on top of the chest of drawers. And he thought it was Kenzie. And it gave him a hell of a fright. And that is why he calls it a scary doll, because he thought it was Mackenzie sitting on top of the... Yeah, so when I unpacked her, when the storage guys delivered all our stuff from New Zealand, and I pulled her out of a box, she was literally... Now, I don't do bubble wrap. Jenny will tell you, I hate bubble wrap. And if you want to know, you want to see that one of the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who episodes that features bubble wrap, you'll understand why I hate bubble wrap. And I had literally wrapped her in layers, and like it looked like I'd got a baby and wrapped it in bubble wrap because it was all shaped the right way. Can you imagine that going through the scans at customs and they see this human body shaped wrapped in bubble wrap? Yeah. So she is precious. And one day she'll go back to Jordan. Yeah. Manja! Beautiful. Okay, guys, you have to meet one of the most dearest people in my world. She's another sister from another mister, Amanda. One of the most beautiful souls I know. And you guys would have heard me talking about Karmalama. So she is the lady from Karmalama, and she's going to be coming in to do a live with us in February. I miss you, beautiful. And I was meant to ring you back this afternoon, but I got busy. But I will ring you, I promise. Not tonight, but we'll catch up. So she's one of the most special people in my world. We met at a photography course of all things. And it was that soul connection thing going on, like you and I, Jen, and me and Glenda, and I collect sisters. And yeah, just one of my specials. How's our Frankenbeans? So she has British Bulldogs. I think they're British Bulldogs. But yeah, she has Frankie. And Frankie used to be named Mr. Grumpy. And we used to bottle feed him because he was one of 10.
Okay, people, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I've got to get my other half ready for work.
All right, lovely. And I will catch up with you after he's gone.
Yep, we'll talk then. It's easier to talk then because then we don't have interruptions unless he rings me. Okay, it's been a fantastic live, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Behave.
Right.
If that's possible.
Frankie's getting a new sister. Oh, yeah. I want puppy photos and lots of puppy photos, and I want godmummy status, just saying. Oh, yeah, don't forget the laundry. I've got to hang my laundry out. Thank you, Gammy. Yeah, Amanda, you'll have to come in earlier when you can because we talk all sorts of weird shit. Yes. But that's it for the night, guys. Amanda, I'll give you a message, and I've got to do a couple of calls, but I'll definitely send you a message tonight. Thanks, guys, for coming. It was so much fun, and tomorrow we're on so if you're in Australia, it's 10 o'clock. If you're in New Zealand, it's midday. If you're anywhere else in the world, I think it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Bless your bums. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. Cheerio.